I am here with my great friend, Dr. Richard Isaacson, who has authored a book called The Alzheimer's Prevention Diet, has a clinic in New York, Alzheimer's prevention, but we are here to talk about the brain. We are here to talk about cognitive health. And one of the things that I'm super excited about is my new partnership with BrainHQ. And we have developed a program that is geared towards women's cognitive health, because what we know is that women have different brain changes than men. So this program is designed to get you to exercise your brain. And there's a lot of stuff out there. Why is this actually helpful, or is it helpful?
Yeah. So brain training has a ton of evidence for actually more than a decade now, and the strongest evidence has been with the BrainHQ program that you've now partnered with, where brain training, specifically one test that I'm very well aware of called the double decision test, actually showed to have beneficial effects 10 years later. So speed of processing, practicing, in creating new pathways can actually have people have less car accidents 10 years later, have people have better brain function 10 years later, even though the person only just had a short period of cognitive training.
So the Maria BrainHQ program focused on women's brains, women's health. It's actually hard, and I actually don't really like doing my own program. But the Mike Mezzernich, who's kind of founded this program, said that that's good when I don't like it. It's good to kind of challenge my brain. So why should people challenge their brain?
Well, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's a pretty commonly known word. You have to keep, it's just like an exercise. When you exercise your muscles, you exercise your brain. And doing very specific types of evidence-based brain training. The problem with brain training is not a lot of the training out there has been studied. So that's really important to have a quality experience. You have to really build certain pathways, build a backup system. Some people say learn new things, learn how to play a musical instrument, learn a new language. Other people say, you know what, I want to actually sit down in front of a computer, do it on my smartphone. I want to train the brain. And it's cognitive exercising. Just like you exercise your legs, your arms, you have to exercise the brain too.
So that's what we talk about. And so you can go on to the Maria BrainHQ part of it, and then you can try it out and see if you like it, because as he was saying, it keeps your brain processing and actually helps you with driving. So how can kind of finding, like a pyramid, things that are the same color, things that have different interior, how can that actually help train your brain?
So I think some of the science here is evolving, and I don't know that we have all the answers, but what I would say is in randomized studies where they track people over years, people that participate in brain training activities and then track their brain function later, brain function improves. Is that because you're building up backup pathways? Is that because of you're making the pathways stronger? Is that because you're making the pathways more efficient? Can't say that I know exactly all the answers yet, but something's working, and that's the most important part.
It's helping you also. I find that it helps me in processing and speed and focus. So what I think kind of feels sometimes mindless is actually mindful, promoting focus, promoting processing, and that's good for me in other parts of my life.
I think so, yeah. I think the key here is a spillover effect. So there's a variety of brain activities, cognitive engagement strategies that have been studied, and this spillover effect where the person may practice one thing, but then something else, for example, driving, being more on the road where you're having multiple distractions, you have to navigate a car, navigate through the road. The spillover effect would mean that you can actually potentially help you in everyday life, and that's really what these training programs are geared for.